I started to swim. My sister was a swimmer. She was a year and a half older. She loved it. She got it for her birthday present to join a club. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to step on her toes, get in her business or anything. So I, held back about 2 years. But soon enough, one parent had to work, one had to take my sister to practice. So I would go to practice with her and sit and wait. And finally, they just threw me in the pool with her, and that's how it started. Yeah, well, looking for colleges, it was, I had to be a good blend of school and swimming, and, I picked out the schools that could do both, and then, looked at those, and turned out that this swim program seemed to fit me really well, and, it was all the way across the country, so I was ready for a change and really enjoyed that changing process and seeing a whole new world out here. One of my favorite moments was my freshman year at NCAA championships. Being on a relay, we should have won, but we ended up getting second. But second is amazing, and it's always more fun to be up there with your teammates instead of just yourself. So that was a really great experience. Coming back and winning the same event 4 times in a row and leaving with 6 total titles is a pretty great feeling, and I hope that I've helped out USC and SC Swimming, and it keeps me involved, and I want to stay a part of it because of that. It's really exciting. I mean, it's one thing to make a pool record, at home when you're in high school, but then you get to college and getting both college records, and you want to leave your pool record at every pool you go to, so that when the team goes to UCLA, my name is up there, and that's always cool. But then I got to American records and world records, and that's just, it's still humbling to think about and to think that I've reached that point, and sometimes it doesn't feel like that. I feel like I'm still in high school and just enjoying it, and to know that I'm that person that I used to look up to it's pretty exciting and pretty good feeling. It definitely has. I mean, you have the best coaches training you, coaches that are very active on the national level, not just collegiately. In the summer we all come together and as Team USA and not separated as colleges. So the fact that they were very present in both worlds, that helps obviously a lot. Like I said, teaching you about the stress of competition and how to handle it. I mean, there's no meet as stressful as NCAA is, that's for sure. Once you get to the Olympics, it's all on your shoulders. You know what you're going to do. You don't have to worry about how your team's going to do and every point here and there. But it's a great experience and learning how to prepare for something like the Olympics. Basically, what the campaign does, it's a UN Foundation campaign, and it focuses on girls across the world, teenage girls, and the way that we want to raise money to help girls in underdeveloped countries is through the support of teenage girls in the US. And I thought it was a great idea, a great campaign. It really spoke to me because I know most girls really want to get involved, they just don't know how. So this campaign speaks directly to teenagers, and once they hear more details about the truths out there and what their sisters in other countries are faced with, they're going to want to do something, and they're going to want to help. So this is a great campaign, and hopefully I can get more young swimmers interested in these things, because maybe one day they'll grow up to be an international athlete and they'll be traveling to these places, and when you do that, it really opens up your eyes, and you see a whole new world that you never thought existed when you grow up in the bubble that we live in over here. So it's a great campaign. I think it's doing really well. It's getting great response, and I'm excited to bring it to athletics, not just the UN Foundation and the celebrity side, but also to athletics. Sports give you so much, especially when you're younger. It teaches you a great deal of discipline, and I always thought that swimmers especially, I mean, we work so hard in the pool, and that's something you don't understand unless you've done it yourself. But that sort of hard work, it carries on to everything else. You can't just drop that when you get to school. So I always gave the same effort at school, halfway to get it done quickly so I could go to practice, and other half because that's how, you know, I was taught to do. So I feel like you can learn a lot of discipline. You know, you stay active. You meet great friends that you'll have for the rest of your life. I mean, if girls aren't involved in sports, or kids in general, I feel like they might miss out on something that they could love throughout their lifetime.